Good day, ladies and gentlemen. This is Meenchee from the Graduate School of Business, Universiti Sains, Malaysia, Penang. Today, let me share with you our study on modeling the choices of electric cars, evidence from stated preference data. The gasoline-powered car has been the most important mode of transport for more than 130 years. The market is huge, especially for countries with less comprehensive public transportation service and extreme geographical environment, such as Malaysia and many other countries in Southeast Asia. In 2019, global annual vehicle sales were recorded at 65.5 million units. Due to the lack of comprehensive public transportation system, Malaysia is one of the highest car ownership and utilization rates in Asia. The gasoline-powered car is like a double-edged sword. It benefits the human well-being, but brings huge damage to the environment. Transportation is the main contributor of carbon emission. Meanwhile, the fluctuation of international oil prices affect the total expenditure on vehicle users. It is also accounted for 69.7% in the share of global crude oil and petroleum product consumption. The need to address environmental and economic issues associated with gasoline-powered cars have prompted electricity to become an alternative transportation-powered solution. Nevertheless, electric vehicles seems less popular in Southeast Asia. Public acceptance and recognition of electric vehicles are very low. As of March 2019, only 5,403 electric cars were registered in Malaysia. It is estimated that passenger vehicles market will reach 12 million units in year 2030, which only 4% are environmental friendly vehicles, and it is estimated to be 43,000 units in 2040. These numbers reveals that the attempt to replace the gasoline-powered car with the electric car remains challenging in these countries. There are still a lot of barriers limiting the use of electric cars in Malaysia. Hence, to promote the adoption of electric vehicles in Malaysia, the consumer prefers and the factor that hinders the adoption should be identified and minimized. So the attributes of the electrical vehicles that are preferred by consumer have to be identified also. We notice that most studies employ the theory of planned behavior and review preference theory to study the intention to purchase or to consume green vehicle. In this study, we fill the gap by providing a clear picture of the determinants of electric car consumption and the preferred attributes of electric car among Malaysians using stated preference approach. Stated preference approach is suitable in this case because it is able to capture the behavior even though the respondent has not consumed the product before. The data collected was analyzed using multinomial logit random utility function. So in the random utility function, the utility from consuming product J by consumer I decomposed to observable and unobservable portions. The random utility function observable factors are as below. Vij is equal to V Si and Xj, where Vij depends on social demographic factors, Si and product attributes, which is Xj. Probability of choosing product J is equal to the probability that a consumer derives highest utility from product J, which in turn depends on the observed factors. Through maximizing the random utility, we can relate the probability of choosing J, which is the electric car, to its attributes Xj and consumer social demographic factors Sj. These are the list of variables that we included in the study. They are age, income, car brand, car performance, car design, car safety features, country of manufacture, awareness on air pollution, effect of air pollution, main factor of air pollution, actions taken to reduce air pollution, reduce pollution by using EVs, willingness to replace fossil fuel cars for EVs, increase the fuel price, numbers of cars owned in the household, and the use of public transportation. All of these variables are binary variables. There are three main attributes of electric cars identified for this study, which are price, driving range, and charging time. There are three elements of price, which is less than 100,000 ringgit Malaysia, between 1,000 ringgit Malaysia to 200,000 ringgit Malaysia, and price more than 200,000 ringgit Malaysia. Driving range is less or equal to 200 kilometers or more than 200 kilometers. Charging time would be less or equal to 4 hours or more than 4 hours. With the non-probability sampling, we distributed 400 questionnaires to respondents and 380 were usable. Findings of the study. From the 380 respondents, only 58 of them expressed willingness to purchase electric cars. The people who is willing to purchase electric cars own more than one car and are more environmentally concerned. None of the demographic factors of the respondents have significant influence on the purchase of electric cars. Malaysians generally do not relate electric cars to reduce carbon emission, but still emphasize on brand, safety features, and fuel price to be important factors when purchase electric cars. There are numbers of reasons that causing in popularity of electric vehicles. The most important one will be the highest relative cost of clean vehicles, or the price of electrical vehicles are still high compared to conventional car. Secondly, the low level of awareness of Malaysians on climate change phenomena. And thirdly, the limited charging facilities that are available, causing the people to not buying electric vehicles. From the multinomial logic analysis, we found that alternative 3, which is the electrical vehicle that range from 100,000 to 200,000 ringgit Malaysia, with a driving range more than 200 kilometers and less than 4 hours charging time is the most popular choice of electric cars. People willing to pay a higher price because they are environmental concerned and they have more than one car at home. Brand is still the most important factor of purchasing electric vehicle. There are recommendations proposed by this study. It is proposed that to reduce the overall cost of owning an electric car from purchasing to maintenance, car manufacturers are advised to provide longer warranty of battery to the consumers. Car manufacturers are encouraged to provide price lists for battery replacement. And finally, campaign or education are still needed to increase awareness among Malaysians because they do not relate the benefit of electric cars and reducing carbon emission. That's all for my sharing. Thank you very much. I welcome suggestion and question from the floor. Thank you.